Hi guys, it's Miss Andrea. I hope you're doing very well. Welcome to Sunday Fun Day. Today we're going to be making space leaves. So you'll get home paint and a sponge brush, and I'm going to send you home with some paper leaves. If you want to get regular leaves outside from your backyard, by all means, it's fall. That would work. That's actually what the original idea from Pinterest had, but just in case, I figured paper leaves work just as well, so we'll see how it goes. Now I'll give you each two. Here we go. So you want a sponge brush because you want to like smush it, right? There's going to be a lot of smushing. And there's also going to be some flicking involved because you want to make, with the white paint, you want to make stars. So you're going to take the paint and you're going to water it down a little bit, right? Because you want it to be like drops. Not big drops, like a splatter paint. I'm sure you guys know what splatter paint is. And I'll show you, obviously. So I have a cup of water here for just the painting with the starry sky colors, and then I will get a fresh cup of water just to mix my paint with, right? Because you don't want to mix the paint with dirty paint, obviously. With dirty water, excuse me. Obviously, you guys know. So let's start painting. All right. So again, if you want to grab from outside, that would be good. I didn't want to send you home with leaves, but I also didn't want to not send you home with anything. So you can just use a little corner of it. I mean, the brush is pretty small. So what you can do like that, and then skip a space where you're going to do your blue, but do all your one color so you're not, cleaning your brush 15 times. I think I'm going to do the stem. Let's see. I'll do a little bit of black on the stem, but I think I'm going to do it mostly blue. Right? See, look, you just take your time with it. There you go. I am enjoying this lovely fall weather. I am. Look at that. That looks pretty cool. But you also want to, like, when you're done painting it, like, smush it. See how it gives it that spongy look? Smush, smush. Because you want it to look like the sky. And the sky's not all perfect, right? There's that. A little bit more, not a lot. And, whoopsie. What's great about this is you can do a whoopsie and it's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, since you're using dark colors, you might want to empty that out right away and change it. Definitely keep paper towels on hand so you can wipe your brush. And of course, struggle with the paper towels. Oh, guys. It's fine. I splattered. Alright, so clearly be careful when you're squishing the brush. Alright, I just wanted to do that so when I do my sponging, it wouldn't be too much black because we want to leave some room for the blue. Right? Go. Alright. Wash it again. Look at that water. Oh my God. So again, if you want to change it in between, even between the black and the blue, I think I might do that. So I'm actually going to take my brush, I'm going to let it sit in the water, and I am going to rinse it at the sink. So if you want to do that at home, but don't get paint everywhere when you do that, all right? You might want to stick to just the paper towel. All right, I'll be right back with the magic of movies. Okay, so I should have closed my paint before I walked away. That's all right. And don't forget, when you empty out your dirty water, to fill it up again, because you still need it, right? For your blue paint. Or if you get a purple paint, we'll see what we send home. And you can always grab another paper towel. All right, onto the blue. Ooh, I got a little bit of water here. Dress for mess when you do this. I am not dressed for mess, but that's okay. This is an older sweater. I'll survive if it gets paint on it. But if I were you, I'd just wear, you know, t-shirt, maybe a bed shirt, you know, that you don't mind getting messy. There we go. Now that's a nice blue. All right, and just do the same thing with this. Hold it down if it starts pulling up. And you want it to kind of fade into each other, right? But not get the black paint to ruin the blue paint. So it's okay if a little black gets mixed with it to make it, see, like that, to make it a little more realistic. But not all of it, right? Okay, so I did that. All right, watch your table if you do that. I should have my tray. Look at that. So in between, since it did get the black on it, definitely wipe off your brush. You know, just be mindful of how much black is on the brush, because you don't want the whole thing black. I mean, maybe you do. You can do black with just white stars, but I don't want my whole thing one color. That's all. So for me, so you could also do the parts that have no black, like this, and this over here. Alright, and then worry about it bleeding together to make it a little more natural. Right? When they bleed together, it's a little more natural. You can turn the brush if you feel like one side's getting too dark. And this is just like, it's not acrylic. I mean, I still wouldn't get it on things, but I wouldn't worry about getting it like on your fingers or anything like that. It's more user-friendly. There we go. And there's that. Oh, and let's not forget over here. All right. So if you're using a real leaf, like this is getting a little extra wet, so it's getting saturated. Be careful not to, sorry, I distracted myself. Be careful not to break the leaf. It might be a little brittle. And you want it to be dry, but not too dry, right? You don't want like a soaking wet leaf, but at the same time, if it's too dry, it's just gonna break apart in your hands, especially if you're using like a brush. So yeah, if you have enough paint, I mean, you could make a bunch of these. You could do it with the 2 paper ones I sent home with you, and then you can go in your backyard and grab some more, right? All right. So now we want our brush really, really clean because we want to do the white. So I will again be right back, but this time I will close my paint. And I'm going to get another cup with water in order to mix the paint in. You guys are probably actually going to get a smaller thing of white paint than this because you're not going to need this much. When I put my kit together, didn't realize it, but we learn, right? So yeah, I'm gonna add water to it and be right back. And I'm gonna wash my brush off really well in the sink, right? Because you don't want the blue to mess up the white. Because you want it to look like stars and you want it to stand out. All right. So I've never done splatter paint before, so we'll see how this goes. I would recommend using a little bit more paper towels facing out that way. I have some. I would actually recommend more than this, or if you have your crafting tray that we normally use, that would be good too. So I got a brand new cup and I really squeezed this out under the water that was running in the sink so that I could use the white paint without worrying about the black or the blue. And then I got another cup with just a teeny tiny bit of water. And that's what I'm going to mix my white paint in. Okay, might even need less than this. I'm going to pour a little bit into the other cup. There we go. So I don't know if you guys can see that well, but just like a little inch of water is even. All right, because these leaves and normal leaves, they're not giant, right? You don't need a ton of it, which is why I said you're gonna get a smaller thing of paint. Let's see. So I'm putting in 1, 2, 3 globs of paint. And we'll see how it works. All right, we'll find out together right now, the moment of truth. Let's dry our brushes. It really is a sponge, so when you squeeze it, the water will get everywhere. So maybe even have a little bowl over here, just for that. This water's perfectly clean. Remember, it was a new cup. Don't do it over your artwork, because it'll ruin it. Right? All right. Mix and 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 mix. So now you're supposed to kind of hit this against something else. So I'm probably gonna hit it. Right? Oh my God, I'm so scared to do this, guys. Let me know in the comments if you're scared too. Let's see if it works. All right, we're learning together. Splatter, splatter. Ooh, there we go. I got one giant drop, but the splattering is working. Let's see, can we get rid of the giant drop without messing up the rest of it? Now, it might mess mine up, but this is how we learn, right? So if it messes mine up, that's okay. We'll find out for you guys. If we dab at it, it's not that bad. It is taking off some of the underpaint though. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna splatter a little bit more. Splatter, splatter. Apparently we have to sing the splatter song while we do it. Otherwise it won't work right. So there's that. Now, if you are brave and want to take a little corner and really dry your brush, like really, really, really dry it. Like no joke. Right? It's all right if it still has white paint, but like squeeze it out into your water cup or your bowl, whatever you might have. And then let's see if it works, right? We're learning for you guys. And do where you do like you use the sponge to dab it. See? Dab it. To make it look a little more like it's far away, right? And part of the sky. I'm gonna leave some of them splattery, and I did some of them smushy. So again, let me know in the comments, do you like the splattery or the smushies better? I kind of like both. I think I like the splatteries though. So if I do my next leaf, I think I would do it without smushing it, but I wanted to show you just in case you might like it better that way. Now you know it's something you can do. All right, guys. So, wait, I want you to see it without all this stuff in the background. I like it. I think it came out really nice. If you have, because I know a lot of people are getting packages right now, like a cardboard box, and you wanna, when this is dry, maybe glue stick it to a cardboard box just to keep it a little more stable, or even to a paper plate, right? You can glue it onto it once it's dry onto a paper plate and maybe make little planets around the edges, right? Or whatever design you want. It's your space leaf, but I think that's a cute idea. So, if you do that, please send me a picture. Remember, it's Andrea@westhamptonlibrary.org, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great day.